Hello, Brother Monroe here. Welcome back to the Italian campaign in Ultimate Naval Dreadnoughts, where I'm using the Naval Arms Race mod that I'm really enjoying. You joined me in May 1910, and we have just unlocked two quite important techs. We've unlocked Mark III 12-inch guns, and we just unlocked Krupp cemented armor. Although I might have made a mistake when I reinstalled. No, let me just check something. We're going to go into refit mode. We're going to do a couple of refits. Okay, so the stats are correct, but the descriptions are not. Let me fix that, because now it's slightly more complicated to install than the other mods, and I didn't actually know when the game updates if it replaced all the files or not, and apparently it does, which is just lovely. So I'm going to fix that, and I'll see you in a second. Welcome back, and yeah, you can see it's now fixed. So the stats were there and correct, but the description and names were not correct. So those are in a separate file. That's in the English.lung file that you have to put into the data folder, but it's not in the same place as the resources.assets file. It is in streaming assets and then languages, and then you paste it in there, and it works fine. By the way, the Baron, extremely quick at updating the mod, which I am super appreciative. Iroey, if you're watching this, thank you. I really appreciate it. So we can swap it out to Krupp cemented armor, but notice that does not reduce the weight at all. So there's no more free getting weight back stuff going on here. We also have the Mark III 12-inch guns, but I am going to keep them at 40 caliber because part of the weight increase was because they got longer. So let's keep the guns essentially the same. That keeps things a little bit easier. Now, our quality has gone up to 90%, which is pretty nice. But we have increased our guns as well. So I'm going to adjust this to 90. It was on a different value because I was doing some custom battles. So 90%, because we might have to shave the armor down a little bit. Yeah, 12-inch of main belt is very good now with the 90%. Yeah, we could shave off, I'd say, half an inch off the superstructure and the fore and aft decks. We don't need quite as much there. The inner belt we could probably shave down as well, and then, yeah, there we go, underweight. So have the armor plates basically replaced. Replace the guns. Does only take 2 months. We don't have. Oh no, we do. We have auxiliary diesels. That is worth picking up. I don't think there are any other upgrades we've gotten very quickly, but we can just check that everything is as we would wish. Yes, it is. Okay. What else could we shave down? Maybe the 6-inch guns? And the 2-inch guns to 2-inch. 2-inch should be more than enough now. And there we go. We're underweight again. Good stuff. Okay, so I'm going to do this for the other 12-inch ships, so the Victrix, the Fulminata, and the Veneno. But I'm not going to do this for any of the others. But I won't show the refit process every time because I have to go back out and go back in and stuff like that. So I'm just going to do it for the Augusta. I'm going to get them all refitting, and I'll see you once that process is complete. Okay, welcome back. You can see I've got a negative balance. That is because all of those ships are currently undergoing their refits, although they won't take too long. That should be a nice little upgrade. I did have to fiddle around with, I think it was the Victrix was the most awkward. I ended up having to go crabbed to get it to fit, but most of them either it was fine or you just, you know, shave the armor down a little bit because you don't need quite as much of it because it's better. And Casey as well is pretty much one of the best. Until you get like the improved Crypt Cemented, I think is probably what we'll be going with for quite some time. So that's really good. However, I did just unlock the Scout Cruiser. You might have seen it. So it's time to head back to the designer and look at this new hull. Scout Cruiser. Oh, hello. That looks very modern. We can get them up to 29 knots, which is not, you know, insanely fast, but it's okay. The refit tower is actually worse than the advanced tower, so we'll go with that. Advanced tower. And some funnels. Probably 3. We might end up having to do 4, but 3 should be okay. With a turbine and the semi-oil. Yeah. Okay. And then, well, it's a cruiser, so we should probably just use the 6-inch guns, but I think we can use this barbette to mount 3 single turrets on the front, and we can use it again here to do 4 on the back. I don't like how it looks, so I'm gonna see if I can make it a 4 stack. And yes, I know I don't need to, but I want to. It will look better. There we go. That's a lot of firepower to be throwing around. Yeah, okay, single guns, but we've got 7 of them, which is pretty decent. We do have a couple torpedo launchers. They might actually prove to be useful. Casements. Okay, cool. A couple of little 2-inch guns for transports or something. Okay. We're going to go... Yeah, turbine naturals. That's fine. Aux diesel. Electrohydro. You are going to use KC armor. It's very unusual to use... you probably use this on a cruiser in real life. Rather than this high-end stuff, just to save money. But... Screw it. Well, it's a 10% resistance difference between these. And resistance is so important. So, yeah, we're going to go with the expensive stuff. Standard ratio. We don't have tube powder or anything, so we'll stick with cordite for now. With a mine layer. Interesting. Very interesting. And we do have plenty of displacement left. I'd love to run 6-inch, but it's probably unnecessary on this ship. Our own 6-inch guns, which will make 50 caliber, probably perfectly capable of punching through our armor. Yes, they are. So there's no point really armoring against the 6-inch gun, although we can armor the decks against the 6-inch gun. Probably only need an inch of deck armor to do that, but I like going with 1.5 for my kind of splinter protection. Now, against a 2-inch gun, we need at least 2 inches of armor, so the 3.5 is probably going to protect us from like 2 and 3-inch guns. Not much more than that. Can we go 3.5 all along it? No. So let's just go splinter protection. Basically, splinter protection everywhere. We can get a conning tower at 6 though. Inner belts exist. I don't think we need to worry about those. Now the turrets, can we get up all the way up to, well, we don't need 7-inch, but we can get up to 6.6. 6 inches of armor on the turret face. That's quite a lot. It should mean that the guns at least don't get knocked out. The top doesn't need very much, like splinter proof, and then maybe 6-inch on the barbette. And that should be absolutely fine. Splinter protection on the 2-inch guns. And I think that's pretty much it. We've got a little bit of spare displacement. That's fine, because we can use that to, you know, put on radar or something like that at a later date. But I actually really like the look of those. Those look really nice. I think I'll only build 5. You know, we've got 10 of the protected cruisers already. So I think I'll just build a class of 5 of these. They're pretty nice ships, but I know we're going to get lots. Well, actually, I don't know what other light cruisers we're going to get. Anyway, I think given their cost at 36 million, compared to the Campanias at 26, they are noticeably more expensive. So, they're only a little bit faster. We haven't got that extreme speed. They carry 3 extra 6-inch guns, and they're a little bit tougher. So they're not a huge leap over the Campanias. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to think of a name, though, and I'll see you back on the fleet screen once I've decided what that's going to be. Here we are, the Nino Bixio class, which was the actual successor to the real-life companion class. A little bit different, our ships. So the real ones were actually scout cruisers, which is nice. They could do 28-ish knots at best. So we're a little bit faster, but not super far off. And they had 6 4.7-inch guns. So we're a little bit heavier in the shooting department, and they only had splinter protection. So considerably more capable ship. But I think they're going to do good things for us. Good things for us indeed. Now, I do have all my ships on limited. You might be thinking, why are you doing that? It's a bit of a compromise position, but you can see I've got green crews. Some of them are starting to get up to trained. I do tend to run my fleet on limited at the start of the campaign. Now, just to make sure that if I am hit with an early war, then I'm not running out with cadet or green crews. But given the state of things, doesn't look like we're going to get an early war. So I am going to take all ships and put them on limited, just to save us a little bit of money. Crews will still train up, but it gives us an actual positive balance when we're building ships and refitting ships, which is a really good sign. I'm not maxing my research budget, by the way. It's currently up 88%. I can't afford to completely max it out. But that's it for now. I will be back when there's something to talk about. Either I'm deciding or a war kicks off or some such. Although I have just noticed Austria-Hungary is starting some trouble in the Balkans. So it might not be too long. Yep, things are happening. It's now August. France and Germany are at war. We are probably going to be pulled in on the Allied side, looking at this. Well, eventually. We'll keep an eye on it. One thing France has to watch out for is losing northern France, because southern Germany is a home province, so Germany can summon up a huge army and smash France to bits, depending on their logistics. 100 versus 100. Okay. Probably be a draw then. That's okay. Nothing else worth having a quick dip into the research. We are getting the Destroyer 2 soon, so I'll definitely be back for that, building another Destroyer. Turret mechanisms, what are we getting here? Oh, advanced twin turrets, fancy. Small gun Mark 4 2-inch, that's quite nice. Armor weight reduction. Oh, I see that you didn't go through and change the armor weight reductions. That's good, because I would have, although it says they're changing the mix, that actually wouldn't change the armor weight. But better reinforcement techniques, structural stuff. You need those because there's a whole bunch of techs that increase your displacement for no reason. 6 centerline turrets, not particularly interesting. Quite 2. Improved APBCs. Okay, so we're getting a few techs down the line, but again, it's back to observing. Alright, welcome back. I now have the Destroyer 2, which is nice. The war is certainly going. So it's Germany and Austria-Hungary. I don't know if they're actually allied. Yeah, they are. Against France, Britain, and Russia. And we are being slowly dragged into the allied side. But it's not happening super quickly. But I think it will happen eventually. Also, China's pissing us off somehow. Normally what happens is when this happens, you'll have fleets moving around, and because our population is obviously more aligned with France, we don't mind the French fleets, but we do mind Austro-Hungarian ships moving around, so people are starting to get antsy. We do have plenty of ships though. So next is to actually get into the design of the new destroyer. I'm not thinking anything drastically different from what we did with the Indomitos, because the Destroyer 2 doesn't have anything super different with it. Again, I think a 2-stack should be enough. And we're probably going to stick with the same 4-inch guns that we used on the Indomitos. 50 caliber ones. Now, did the Indomitos have... No, they just had a 2 at the back. Wasn't trying to be cute and shove in more, so that's fine. So basically the Indomitos, but slightly slightly enlarged, I guess. Possibly faster. How fast do those go? 34, 30. No, same speed. Semi-oil turbines. You might as well use KC, but it seems pretty overkill on a destroyer, but we'll go for it. Max AG, base fused. Oh, we could try out the Cordite 2. And we can bring mines, layers. Oh, depth charges. I don't remember if the Indomitos had depth charges. No, I don't think they did. So this is the ASW variant, basically. Which means we might start replacing the Indomitos. I might be able to refit them to carry depth charges, but yeah, depth charges. Nice. Probably just splinter protection. I think I just did 0.1 everywhere on the Indomitables. We might as well do it here as well. There is an armor plate. There's metal. I mean, it is plus 80%. So it's not quite as terrible as you might think. It's close to 0.2. But yeah, that's going to keep out basically nothing. But yeah, it's just the life of a destroyer. Can we get increased range? No, we can't. So that's it. Very quick and dirty little build. I will think of a name and I will build some of these. Given that they're basically Indomitos, but with the ASW, I'm only going to build 10 of these. Because we are going to get better destroyers later. Yeah, and that's that. I'll see you on the fleet screen. There we go. I went with the Ardito class, which is the real-life successor to the Indomito class. Yep, absolutely fine. I realised, though, I forgot to call the Indomito class, which is going to set off my OCD. But the plan long-term, I think, is to retire those Indomitos. We don't really... they're probably okay, actually. Maybe I can just refit them with depth charges. We'll wait until we get the Mark 4 4-inch or something like that, and we'll see if we can get depth charges on them. But yeah, I might start to retire / replace them, particularly if we get an ally who's likely to buy them all from us, just so that we can get the destroyer 2s and 3. Well, we got 2s, but the 3s and 4s, and then the moderns later on will then probably phase out all of the numbered ones, if that makes any sense. Anyway, I'm going to go watch the war from the sidelines, and I'll be back when there's some action. Okay, well, I guess this counts as action. We're now in April of 1911, and Montenegro. Yes, we will attack Montenegro. We should be able to do that. We only need 16,000 tons, but obviously we'll send more than that. So I'm going to send the Fulminata along with both of her escorts up here. And then I'm going to move the fleet from Messina to cover the southern approach. So that's the Augusta and her escorts. So I'll keep it separated. We'll see what the percent chance is. Shouldn't take too long. Oh, and of course, now the AI decides to build a ship. Oh, that didn't take long. Revolution in Russia. Okay. Austro-Hungarians failing to take Serbia. We're on 78%. That's not brilliant. So let's bring the main fleet from La Spezia over as well. And I keep them separated so I can put them back where they belong. It's only going to take... Oh, I might as well do this live. Because it's not going to take a super long time. And because the game's only just started, turns don't take a super long time either. I normally just cut them out, but... Of course, it's going to build new ships. Never mind. Be back when the conquest finishes. Huzzah! We have taken Montenegro. Very nice. And now I can't... I genuinely can't tell the difference between these two colours. We need to get rid of the Austro-Hungarian Empire for that reason alone. Right, let's send the ships home. This was the task force from Taranto, and this was the task force from Messina. So we'll move all of them back, and yeah, we have expanded the Italian Empire. Wonderful. And we now have the opportunity to pincer the Austrian holdings down here in the Balkans, which is quite nice, especially if they continue to fail to take Serbia. We might get an option to take Albania as well. That might be quite handy. Yes, very good. Anyway, I'm going to go back to just observing. And, well, actually, I should check what that did politics-wise. No, it didn't change the needle that much. All right. Okay, we've got another one here. And this is slightly complicated by what France has been up to, because France has already attacked Turkey. You can maybe see right here that they've invaded. Now, we are being given the option to invade Cyrenaica. And I'm going to say yes to this, because the option to take Cyrenaica is going to be really, really helpful. So I'm going to say yes to this. It is going to piss off the Germans, so we are getting progressively closer to being dragged into a major war. But we should be able to do this. I'm going to follow the exact same playbook of moving our 3 fleets into the conquest zone and seeing how it goes. It's a 6-month one, so I'll be back when there's some more action, or if and when we manage to take Cyrenaica. Well, we're just about to find out if we're going to take Cyrenaica, and we have the Dreadnought 3, so things to do. Yes. Good. Yep, we have taken it. Confirmation. Right, let's get the ships back home. But it also means we can construct a brand new ship. So, let's go into the design. Let's have a look at the Dreadnought 3 that we just unlocked. Seriously, is that it? Ooh, that's an interesting hull. That's a Japanese hull most of the time. Okay. So, we're not really at the Super Dreadnought stage yet. We do have 14-inch guns, but they're only Mark 1s. So we're going to stick with our 12-inch guns because we have the Mark 3. I think I'm probably going to leave the quarterdeck unused. Maybe? I don't know. We're going to build this back to front because I might place a gun here. I might place it here. It depends. Probably go 2 funnels. Oh, the reinforced main tower fits a funnel in it. That actually makes it more annoying. Because I seriously doubt... Yeah. So it might be a single funnel design then. That gives you a very compact superstructure though. Okay. Now, we could go for 12-inch 45 caliber guns. So these are going to be... They're basically the same guns that we're using on our other ships, but they are slightly better. And I'm thinking... 5 guns. Excuse me if you can hear some grumbling. That's just immersive washing machine / engine noises. Let's go with 6-inch casements with the 2-inch backups. Well, okay, no, not the 2-inch backups because there's hardly anything there. That is that. Yes. Okay, that's a lot of firepower. How fast can we make you go? 22.3. Okay, let's keep you at the same speed as the slower ships, the Victrix and the Augusta. Oh no, sorry, the Augusta's the fast one. The Victrix and the Fulminata. So it's going to be slow, but that added firepower. So an extra turret on top of the Fulminata. That's quite spicy. Okay. You do have forced boilers now and geared turbines, which is really nice. Our first ship with geared turbines. We used the Krupp cemented armour, definitely. We do have access to triple bottom hulls, but I tend to find that the double is fine, and we are immediately going overweight, but we'll come back to that. We've also got capitalistic 2s and cordite 2. Now, I could go tube powder. I could go for a tube powder run, but I'm actually thinking of sticking with cordite for Italy. It's a little bit more historical to what they used, and I think it'll go fine. He says, hopefully. Okay, there's loads of armor on the ship by default. So let's have a look at the guns. So we're on 90% armor quality, so we are looking at our own armor. And now these guns, realistically, even 12-inch main belt is going to be perfectly sufficient. We'd have to get under 10,000 meters for that to be a danger to us. So I'm going to go 12. I'm going to go a little bit heavier on the turret. And then in terms of the deck, I mean, even 3-inch is going to be enough. So let's just do that. 3, a little bit thicker on the turret tops. Let's go 4. The extended bit, it would be nice if we could protect against a 6-inch gun. So we're going to need about 5-inch would be nice. And deck protection, yeah, just splinter protection is going to be enough. Something along these lines, and then just some basic layers. The casements 5 and 3. Actually, no, just splinter on the tops. And that's it. And we're only 3% overweight. Now, that is very promising, because we have range to play with. There we go. Look at that. Ah, yes. Very nice. Let me just think of a name. Okay, I've encountered something a bit weird. We've got this going on. I don't know what this is talking about, but here's the Ferrata. I was just trying to select the port, and it did this. Anyway, the Ferrata, the Ironclad, under construction. I don't know what this is about. It's not costing me money. Don't know what that is. Hopefully it clears itself up. We'll just put it in La Spezia, and then when it's finished, we will move the Victrix somewhere else, basically. Probably move it down to Naples. But that's it for now. I really do like the Ferrata. It's a really nice design, and I can hear my washing machine getting ready to ruin the recording. So I am actually going to end it here. No combat yet, but I think a really nice ship for us to end on. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon for some more Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Bye for now.